So today's video is not about makeup, but it's about my life. So basically, I had promised you guys to do a video on my life, and then I forgot about it, and then somebody requested it, so here I am. Okay, so let's start out by saying that I was born in Monza, and that's about 15 minutes away from Milan, and in '74, so I'm 35. And then when I was about 3 years old, we moved to Montreal because of my dad's job. And there I went to French school, and I stayed there for 5 years. And I went to a school called Collège Français. And so I was like French basically there, French Canadian. Then after those 5 years, we moved to New Jersey in Short Hills. And it's a beautiful residential area, always for my dad's job. And I stayed there for 5 years, and of course I went to junior high, elementary first, and then junior high. I stayed there 5 years, and that was fun. And then after that, my dad got transferred again back to Montreal, so we went back to Montreal. And we stayed there 5 years, and by that time I was in high school, and I went to Trafalgar School for Girls, and in downtown Montreal. I had the best time. I had so much fun. After that, I decided to go to college, Dawson College in Montreal, but then I was tired. I didn't feel like I wanted to continue studying, and I wanted to see how Italy was. So I was quite stubborn, and I decided, what the hell, I'll just go to Italy. I'm going to go to Milan and study fashion because my true love was makeup, and I'll do a second video on that, like my career and what I did, all like the jobs that I had, and there were a lot. But anyway, so since I couldn't do makeup because my parents didn't think that was a job, I had to go into fashion, and so I went to Milan fashion school called Marangoni, and that's where Gabbana from Dolce Gabbana went, and I know other famous people went there. And I did 3 years, so it's like a mini degree in textile design, and those 3 years were very intense. I studied a lot. I loved it, but I had one objective, and that was to go work in New York. So I went working in New York, and I stayed there for a year, and then I said, no, I don't want to stay in the States anymore. I want to go back to Milan because I love Italy, and it's always been like that in my life. I've never really known where I wanted to live, and so big confusion in my head. I went back to Milan. I continued in fashion. Then I, said, okay, this is really not for me. I'm not getting anything from this. And of course, you'll learn all that in the second part. And I said, forget it. I'm not gonna, stay here anymore. I don't want to stay in Milan because the big city for me that's it. So, I changed. At that time, I said stop with fashion, and then I started going into makeup. So I did my makeup scene for a few years, and then I had to change because they weren't paying me. So I said, forget makeup, fine, I can't do makeup. I'll keep it as, my real passion, but I have to earn money. So I started doing the easiest thing that I could, and that was to teach English. And so I did. I started teaching English. And then I started teaching English, and I got bored of staying in Milan and in Monza, really, because I had gone back to Monza, not Milan. And then I said, let me go to the south of Italy. So I went to the south of Italy. I came here to the south of Italy, and I've been here for 5 years. And I love the sun and the sea. And I teach English, and I teach English and French now. I teach in the Navy, and I'm really happy. It's a lovely environment. Of course, they're all men and they're all hot, but besides that, I'm very professional, of course. And I think I found my space. I don't know. I miss the States a lot. I mean, that's where I grew up, New Jersey. Oh, and then I didn't tell you, but, or maybe I did. I don't remember. Anyways, after I studied fashion, I went to New York to work for a year. So right after those 3 years in Milan, the Marangoni, I went not back to New Jersey, but I went to New York and I studied there for a year. And anyway, I miss New York. I miss Montreal. My brother still lives in Montreal, and so my parents come and go, come and go. And I miss, I don't know, it's difficult to say what I am because all of my childhood, I spent it, most important years, I spent in New Jersey, and I was like, you know, learning a lot at that time, and basically, you know, it's important where you grow up. So I have a bit of everything. Oh, and then also in the middle of all this, I think it was right before coming to the south. I also lived in France for a while, in the Côte d'Azur, like next to Monte Carlo. I lived for a few months there, and so you know I'm always constantly moving around and trying to figure out where I belong, where I want to stay. And I think right now, you know, I've found the place. But this doesn't mean that I'll never move again, and this doesn't mean that, you know, maybe one day I'll find someone and I'll move to a nice place. Maybe I love the States, but like Miami or somewhere like that. Of course, we all love those places. But anyway, and I'm single. I didn't say that. I'm single. I had, you know, 3 different important stories. But I'm single, and I have been single for 5 years because nobody interesting is out there right now. And you might find it funny since I work in the Navy and I'm like surrounded by men all day, but no, I haven't found anyone. And it's hard to find an interesting man or a man that has had an interesting life and knows how to speak, like, not 3 languages. It's not really about the languages. It's about all of the culture that you bring along with you. Like, I know, you know, my best friends in New Jersey were Koreans, and I know a lot about Koreans. And then my best friend in Montreal was from Belgium, and I know a lot about Belgium and, you know, their culture, their customs, and I don't know, I need obviously a person next to me who has had these kind of experiences and is just interesting. And I think, you know, I'm a very humble person, even though I've, you know, been in many places, lived in many places, seen many things. You know, we've traveled a lot with my family also, not only just for living, but also for pleasure. So I've seen many things, and knowing how to speak 3 languages has helped me a lot, not only in my job, but in life. And you just become a different person. Like, it's funny, some of my friends that I've grown up with in New Jersey and Canada, you know, they say we're not Italian, we're not Canadian, we're not American, we're like the 3rd kind. And you become like this 3rd kind of person who doesn't have any roots and basically can live anywhere. And it's confusing, but hey, that's my life. And right now I need some roots and I need to settle down. That's why I'm here. So this is the first video of my life, and then the second video I'll make is on my career, my jobs, and what I've done. Okay, so stick around and watch part 2. Bye.